Hello, I'm Thomas Carruthers.
I'm Leggetter.
And I'm Becky.
Yes, you are. And today we are doing... Wow. Some say that The Dark Knight is the best film of 2008. Some say it's Slumdog Millionaire. Neither compare to the film we are talking about today. Based off the hit stage show sweeping Broadway in the West End for 20 years. Based on the music of ABBA. Mamma Mia.
Every girl has a dream.
I want the perfect wedding, and I want my father to give me away.
Look at my baby, your whole life ahead of it.
Every family
I read Mom's diary,
has a secret.
and I have 3 possible fathers. Oh my God.
Every wedding
Which one did you invite?
has a few surprises.
You always knew how to make an entrance.
There were 3 guys around the same time. You shady lady.
The last time I saw your mother, she said she never wanted to see me again.
Do you remember the first time you saw Mamma Mia?
I'll hand it over to Becky.
Oh, and she's gone already.
Hey.
Oh, the show.
We'll go for the film, please, Becky.
Okay, so I'm trying to remember if I saw it in the cinema or not. But I definitely, it was the...
Oh.
So who is your dad? I don't know.
It's very Greek.
Somebody up there has got it in for me. I bet it's my mother.
Take a trip down the aisle.
Is your father here?
You tell me.
You'll never forget.
Your father. Typical. You wait 20 years for a dad and then 3 come along at once.
Definitely something I watched with family. Great. It's not like one of my favorites or anything. It's just a good movie. A good feel-good film.
I'd definitely say it's enjoyable and it's eminently rewatchable. The term good movie is very loose. I think some of this is astoundingly good. Some of it is excellent.
See, for me, a good movie is like something I would happily rewatch. And there's like 2 forms of good movie. There's like actually I can appreciate like it's a very good movie, and then just it's like a light-hearted, enjoyable thing that I can watch multiple times and not get bored of.
Will, do you remember the first time you saw Mamma Mia?
I didn't go and see this in the cinemas. I've seen it since when they re-release it for like...
Yeah.
But
Did you go to the same sing-along?
I don't think so.
No.
But I can remember my first experience of a cinema with Mamma Mia in. We went to see The Cousins. I was very little, and it was my aunt, my mum, and my sister, and my cousin. We went to cinema car park because we were going to do a nice walk around Henley by the river. And they said, "Oh, we're just going to pop into the cinema to see what's on because we might go later." All right. So you've got me, my granddad, my uncle, my dad, and my other cousin just stood waiting at car park, and we were waiting there for the full length of Mamma Mia. They come out, we saw Mamma Mia, so we went and watched it. So
you didn't notice for an hour and 50 minutes.
Well, I was about 4 at the time, 5, 6, 7, one of them. And so obviously
in a car park.
I was very obviously bored and fidgety, but it was obviously up to my dad and my uncle that they must have, I don't know, they just maybe wanted a chat in the car park. I'm not sure, but yeah.
might be the oddest
weird
story
story.
I could have ever expected from that. From the question of when was the first. It's not even the first time you saw it.
It's the first time your family saw it.
Yeah. It was very big in our house. I was going through a cool phase. Didn't like Grease. Didn't like Mamma Mia. Cut to the incredible footage now of me as an 8-year-old child introducing my sister doing Honey Honey.
Hello, my name is Thomas Carruthers, and I am the introducer for Isabel Carruthers' remake of Honey Honey from the film and the musical Mamma Mia, based on the songs by ABBA. The Welsh one, the Switzerland winners of the Eurovision Song Contest. And helping her is me, Thomas Carruthers. So here she is. 1, 2, 3, action!
Honey, honey, how you feel me?
Aha!
Honey, honey, ha, ha, ha. I've heard about you before.
Incredible stuff that got unearthed for her 16th birthday party.
I've heard about you before.
Oh, yes, she has.
I've wanted to know some more.
She really has.
What she means to me, what he means to me. I've heard about you before.
Trust me, she has.
I've wanted to know some more.
She stayed up every night. You're a love machine.
You're a love machine.
She's been dreaming about it.
But now, it's fully, it's just joyous, isn't it? Cut to me and guest what's the term? Just guest. With guest David Robinson on the other side of a fridge doing my incredible Pierce impression.
Where you going? Though I try, how can I carry on?
And then it ends there, doesn't it, in the film?
Yeah, but this bullshit version goes on for like 10 hours.
I won't say it's a part of my life because that's taking it really far, but I very much enjoy Mamma Mia. Let's jump straight into YouTube comments. Oh, have we seen the musical?
No.
Yes.
Yes, me too.
Fairly
Did you
young.
Where have you seen
So I don't
it,
remember
Becky?
it that well, but I would assume in London somewhere.
At the Novello.
All I remember is like the end and like benches, I think, but yeah, I don't really remember much.
I think we did it at Leeds. I think we did it at Leeds.
I don't know what relative it is, but I think it might be one of my grandma's grandchildren or nieces, whatever, played Sophie in the tour, the West End tour. There you go.
Oh, that's very good. Here we go. YouTube comments. I legit just watched this movie in 2020. LMAO. Fuck my life. It's a bloody masterpiece. Very taking it. Yeah.
I might call it that, but
Yeah.
okay.
2 words. DNA test solved in a day.
Okay.
Here we
They
go.
kind of refer to that. They refer to the fact they could do a DNA test, but like
We can find out.
they don't want to.
We can find out, Sophie. I'm happy just to have a third of you. A third of any daughter. This sparked a debate. Now we all know that if this was about a black girl not knowing who her dad was and having 3 prospective fathers, it'd be called Ghetto. And then this sparked a debate. No, it would be called Racist. And then Elodie, why? Elodie was the one who said racism. Adriana Arcuri, because that's a stereotype. And then Cyber Vlogs. No, it's actually called racist.
Some people will do anything for an
Are
argument,
they
aren't they?
calling the fact that it would be called Ghetto racist, or
Oh,
the movie itself?
I think it's just a bigoted person trying to say everything's
I don't think-
political
yeah,
correctness
I don't
gone
think-
mad.
It isn't a very diverse cast. They
No.
could have improved in that way.
And the one black guy's called Pepper.
Is he?
One of the best characters in the film.
One of the best,
He is a
one of the
great
best
character.
characters of all time. Han Solo, Cannibal Lecter, Pepper. Come on, Tonya. We'll most certainly get to Pepper and Tanya.
Yeah.
I need ABBA, the best music I ever heard. Mamma Mia 3. Now I really know. She finds out who her real father is.
Well, it's none of the three.
It's
It's
Pepper.
actually some other man.
It's
Pepper. Yeah. DNA test. Then the other two can bugger off. Somebody getting taking a bit. And actually, I know you're a big Marvel fan, aren't you, Will?
I enjoy the odd Marvel film. Yes, I'm not an
Well, you'll like
enthusiast.
this. 4 months ago, Thanos commented on the trailer for Mamma Mia, and he put, "This makes me want to snap again."
There you go. Thanos is not a fan.
It's official. I am a guy, and I love this music. There's a lot of that. I remember my good
The
friend
music
Charlotte.
or the musical?
I can't remember. I remember my good friend Charlotte Linnigan, who we've had on the show, on the Sounds of the Lambs show, and she's a woman of color, and we were doing a Motown thing, and she said, "I really love the song Young, Gifted and Black, but the comment section is just white people going, 'I love this song, and I'm old, white and dumb.'" And it's just every comment is, "I love this song, and I'm old, white and dumb," or some variation of that. 10-minute stretch. So what are we doing first?
Yeah, we do. We do.
Becky as our guest.
Well, what I wrote down was, special mention goes to pretty much any stretch with Tanya and Rosie. Interactions, because
incredible.
it's just great.
At $1,000 a dollar.
Telling that's the price you have to pay if you want a drink before 11 o'clock in the morning. For her now, their book is a bestseller, and she's got the whole world stuffing, what, mushrooms, various vegetables.
But no, I've got two, and I'd say one is definitely the best, but the second one is kind of a close second. The close second is the wedding. From the moment she kind of is starting to walk to the church, and the winner takes it all, and all of that bit, all the way through to like the three guys like standing up. The quote of what is it? I haven't slept with hundreds of men, and when they like all sit down again as well, and then I want a third, just that whole bit.
You were the first woman I loved, and the last.
Yeah.
What's the best part of that scene?
Big revelation.
It's when the Greek man goes, "Oh," crosses himself.
Oh, the vicar. That's one of my notes as well. Is the vicar in that scene? Just goes like, there's various shots of his face going like, "What is happening?"
Still in
and I
his
just love that
full
they included
outfit.
that.
Still in his full outfit for the Aphrodite water fountain scene.
I want to come back to that as well.
Oh, we most certainly.
But my favorite is the all the way through from Super Trooper.
Yeah,
it's like the hen party bit.
Hen night, stag night. Yeah.
Yeah, with all the dads saying like, "I want to give you away. Let's keep this secret." Voulez-vous as all the guys suddenly appear at the hen party, and they all start like partying together, all the way through to like, I think she essentially has an anxiety attack, and I quite like the way that they show that as well, how it's all kind of spinning and she's getting out of breath. She says, "I can't breathe."
It's very Hitchcockian.
And then she just sort of collapses on the floor. I really like that scene.
And then
That's the best 10-minute stretch.
it's not even a question. who is the most aggressive when it comes to saying who the father is. It's Sam who's the most aggressive throughout the entire film. Who's walking you down the aisle tomorrow? Wrong! Me!
And when they're walking up for the wedding, and like Meryl Streep's character's like, oh no, like it's me, I'm her mother. And he's like, no, doesn't she want a dad?
Doesn't she want a dad? And then when Sky walks off on his little angry outburst, and then he comes and he's like, no, because I'm supposed to be here giving you away, and I'm your father. These are really good. Well, no, we're gonna an abundance of little things. I don't know whether I didn't know whether to put them in notes. What's the change? Favorite specific moment? It's a real hodgepodge this week. Anything else, Becky?
That's all of my 10-minute stretch points. I'll come back to more generic notes.
Yes, I similarly have Stag and Hen Night as a firm winner. Oh no, as a firm second prize, I should say. Third prize I have for the wedding party. When all is said and done, in our lives we have run some road and red treks. Not too old for sex, and then everybody, woo! Yeah, just embarrassing, really. And then into Take a Chance on Me, which has the best shot of the film. Can you guess my favourite shot of the film?
Is it Julie climbing up a drain pipe?
No.
Is it them crawling after each other?
No, it's the zoom in onto Stellan Skarsgård's face.
Cut to that now.
I like that whole scene is like him running away, and then it ends with them just kissing. Like he's just like, oh, okay, fine.
Listen to some music. Maybe just talking. He doesn't do good to Stellan. People rip into Pierce, but Stellan's not doing a spectacular job. However, the winner is, without a shadow of a doubt, Does Your Mother Know? Come on, Becky. You're agreed in this, aren't you?
It's not my favourite.
What do you mean it's not your favourite?
Never happened. I've drawn a veil over last night. Oh my God, look at the time. I've got work to do. Work? Little repair and renovation.
Come on. You don't mess with the masterpiece.
Oh, ignore him, Tanya. He's all mouth and no trousers.
Tanya can't ignore the chemistry between us.
Little boys who play with fire get their fingers burned.
I like it as a scene, but I don't think it's the best part of the movie. It's hilarious, and I love the bit where he like pops up on the peddler as well. It's just like she's on the peddler, and then he's like, "Oh, hi!
I've drawn a veil." It's it's the best. It's the best scene in the film. That incredible choreography. This is Broadway legend Christine Baranski, and her choreography. And then that's right. This is a legendary dancer, and you've given her more or less a chicken dance, but it's still incredible. Will.
See, well, I'm sure we'll have a bigger conversation about Does Your Mother Know, but I'm not really sure where to put it, because it's my favourite part of the whole film.
Oh yeah.
10-minute stretch I've given to, I can't pinpoint where, but it's somewhere between Chiquitita,
famous ABBA song,
Dancing Queen, and Donna and the Dynamos, somewhere between there.
Yeah, I guess.
I just feel like that's all of the big songs, which are like, they're all going to be good, but I don't know, nothing really happens too much in that period of time.
I've never liked Chiquitita.
Have you not?
No.
On the top of the...
And the wedding is tomorrow. I don't think Julie Walters is a good singer. Does
she have to be?
It's emphasised more in Angel Eyes in Mamma Mia 2, where they sing the same line. And it goes, Julie Walters, last night I was taking a walk, and then Christine Baranski, along the river. and it goes from woo, up and down and up and down. Very drastic.
Am I right in saying in this film they do like little bits that are live singing and then it will flow into like recorded over the top?
I'd hope
it sounded
that,
like bits of it were live.
Yeah, I'd hope that some of it was live because it gives them an excuse. Like, try once more, like I did before. And also, the winner takes it all.
The winner takes it
There's some bad bits in this.
Yeah.
Continue, Will.
I know there's a lot of it that are recorded because on the DVD extra,
Oh,
you've got them in the booths, and you got Piers going. I didn't realise that there was going to be singing in this movie.
some of the best DVD extras ever put to anything. Oh, incredible stuff. Yes, and that really emphasises that Stellan is quite rough.
Yes.
It's quite bad. Okay, are we done with 10-minute stretch?
Yeah.
Let's jump into some of these weirdly specific Tom points. Honey, honey, when you do your thing, scream thing. Again, I didn't know a lot of these. I don't know whether to put them in change, in notes, in favourite part.
I know what you mean.
Sky jumping onto the bed and wrestling those bridesmaids. I'm only speaking for myself here. But can you Becky, can you imagine if Will sort of just rather, I won't say sensually, but rather, heavy-handedly grabbing these women, throwing them on the bed.
It did feel like it was a weird moment. And he's like, oh, I just came in to grab like a cigar or something, or for his prop
for the stag night.
Yeah.
Yes, into look what the tide dragged in. When she's doing this terrible voice, where'd you get these? She's talking like a pirate woman. Yes, and then the Donna and the Dynamos introduction. The bit in Money, 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 where she's getting massaged, and she goes, oh. I like the Greek chorus. Ooh, in Money, Money, Money. When they get up from the fish table and they go, ooey, 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 and they walk away.
I do like that it's a Greek chorus that I think it's set in like Greece as well.
Very clever.
Yeah. And then at the end of the film, when they're like all in white on like a cloud or something during the credit scene.
It's just like Woody Allen's Mighty Aphrodite, which has a Greek chorus. I don't think that's the first time anybody has compared Mamma Mia to the Woody Allen. Anyway, speaking of Aphrodite, it's Aphrodite! Why?
Slow motion.
Why are they doing
that? That is my change. What is this film? My sister's hot take this episode. She didn't want to come on. I think she's too cool. But we did watch it together, and she did give me some notes. And I think I agree with her. Meryl, I think, is quite bad in this movie. I genuinely don't. I know that this. Oh, wait a minute. This is Meryl Fortnight. We should have said this.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to Meryl Mania.
Meryl Mania. We're starting it off with a movie that I don't actually think she's good in. But, in upcoming episodes, we have some incredible performances. Yeah, it's Aphrodite. Why? And also, the slow motion in this movie is so bad. that fountain scene alone. Well, I'll get to it in What's the Change.
I mean, this is something I wrote under like best line, but there's like a quote which is they talk about how it's on the site of like Aphrodite's fountain or something.
Yeah.
And Tanya and Rosie are like, I'll have a glass of that. And then
I'll have a bucket.
And so like,
I've got this in What's the Change. It's just thrown in a few times that it's maybe Aphrodite.
When the water first came out, I was a bit like, this scene is weird. Why is like, what's with the crack? What's with the water?
What's the crack?
And then it kind of clicked. And then it clicked that it was like all linked back to that. And I was like, that's quite clever, but at the same time, it's a bit random. I guess it's supposed to show the whole like, by the end of the film, everybody's like in love and happy. And at the start, it's like people are trying to find love in a sense.
Yeah, I guess. Then we've got the intro of the three men. Well, not the intro. The bit where they arrive.
Yeah.
And it's Sam Carmichael, and then Bill Anderson and Harry Bright. I like that. Then I like the three flashbacks. Well, not flashbacks, but when they do. It's
That's great.
Also, I've got this in What's the Change, but I think we can sprinkle it throughout. I want to keep the sequel conversation trapped in a cage, and so it doesn't bleed into the overall conversation. But it's and I just ignore the sequel. I don't like it in the slightest. I like Angel Eyes, and I like I think that's it.
Oh no, there's how did this happen to that one?
No, because it's her. It's Lily James.
It is, yeah, but it's a good song. But that's just, I like ABBA.
Then go and listen to ABBA. I like ABBA, Will. That's another reason why I didn't like the sequel.
We'll talk about the sequel now then.
Fine, let's get the sequel.
Let's do the sequel now.
Out of the way. It's The Godfather Part 2 of sequels of musicals.
I sat through that sequel in the sense going on. This is the most ridiculous film I've ever seen. It doesn't flow on nicely from the old one. It doesn't link properly because all the photos are like wrong and everything.
Everything's so wrong.
And then you've got Meryl coming back as a Jedi ghost at the end.
And
but
also,
it was still weirdly entertaining.
Yeah, weirdly like watching a car. Yeah, when you slow down, when you're facing a car accident. I liked all the. Just like Godfather Part 2, I prefer the stuff with Al Pacino than Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
The modern stuff, I'm fine with. I like it. I like it all. I like these characters. I like this stuff. The Lily James stuff, I can't stand the woman. I've never liked her. I saw her live, and I can vouch she's not even good live. She's not good in the theatre. She's terrible. I don't like her. And I don't. Yeah, and sure.
I quite liked her. I don't think she's quite Meryl or Amanda, but I think it fit. Strangely fit.
But then
it's the look as well. They put a lot of focus on the look.
Yeah, she looks great.
Yeah,
but I just shh, stay quiet. Like you can't have a. I'd rather look at a calendar if you don't want her to speak. I'm saying this as if I'm talking to you, but I'm talking to me. No, I don't like Lily James in the slightest. Back to me. Stick with the sequel. All the inaccuracies I just can't stand. Cher's her mother's supposed to be dead. She says someone's looking down on me. She says these things. And then obviously all the flashbacks, that they look like Meryl Streep and whatever.
Pictures, they go to so much effort of like, look at this picture of me
I
and
wouldn't
your
say
mum.
they go to a lot of effort. I've also got that in What's the Change. They are some pretty abysmal attempts.
But it's also like, why? Because I kind of get Bill has like the long hair, Sam
makes
does
sense.
not have long hair in the like prequel sequel, doesn't he? Like in the photo,
And he's also
he has
not
hair like down to here.
He's also not Harry Headbanger.
Yeah, well,
It's just a huge one.
There's hints of that one. I could see that more so than Sam bit. Sam just looks like completely different in.
And also, they really played up the gay thing. Like afterwards, what was it? I only watched it once in the cinema, and like after they have sex, it's like, yeah, no, you were really good or whatever, and it's like really awkward. I just thought that was weird as well, because he's like, no, you were the first woman I ever loved. Like he was into it. He's not bi, but he was into it at that point. And then in the after Waterloo, he's like, how was I? He's like cuddling, like it was a chore for him. Anyway, 3, yes, and then I like Pepper at the bar. I'm old enough to be your mother, grandmother. And then there's maybe the weirdest deleted scene ever. It's not a deleted scene, it's an alternate joke. And it's that scene again. And she goes, I'm old enough to be your mother. And Pepper goes, have you ever heard of Oedipus? So, yeah, very dark, oblique reference to Greek tragedy, incest. Very bleak. Second best part of the film ever, Stick Lady. Ooh, ooh. Throwing her sticks off in Dancing Queen. What an incredible scene. Pierce dance in Super Trooper. That. Donna, you know, either of the Donnas, whether it be Winner Takes It All, Donna, or Donna, you know it, and then
Donna, please show it. You love me, and you know it.
Specifically in Does Your Mother Know? Give me a flash of that smile.
Now you're so cute. I like your style. And I know what you mean when you give me a flash of that smile. Oh, you're only a child.
Great stuff. Will's more general favourite parts of the film?
Yes. So I've got the vicar in the wedding playing the bells. Playing the chime bells.
Boom, boom.
I love that. I've got anytime Benny appears on a floating piano island.
That is good. Yeah.
That's great. And then the bit where they all jump in. I love it when they jump in.
It's always visually, it's always like, oh, I wish I was.
Yeah.
Especially like in rainy Yorkshire where we are currently.
It's the thing, it's one of those movies where it's this and Caddyshack where you think they must have had so much fun filming.
Well, I mean, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
I've seen that meme. Well, it's not necessarily a meme, but I see it on Facebook all the time of there's a picture and it's like, if I could go to one place ever, I'd go to 2008 and I'd go to the Mamma Mia after party. And because they're all in one picture and they're all off the tits. Do you remember when they did the Gavin and Stacey Christmas party rap party and they were all in that local bar? And
Not seen it.
You never watched Gavin and Stacey? Ever?
No.
Ever?
Neither.
No.
I love. Look at it as a showing of thirds.
Yep.
I love the Gavin and Stacey love their relationship. I love all of Gavin's family and I love all of the London stuff. Hate all of the Welsh characters. Hate all of the
Rob Brydon.
Don't find him funny at all in it. He's very annoying in it. I don't find Nessa funny. It was a big point of contention with the ex again, bring her up again. But yeah, no, it was a big contention. Yeah, no, I just don't like the Welsh in that show. Or a few
I'm
of
glad
them.
you put the end bit on there.
Well, I've met a few evil, well, not evil, his actions were evil. His Welshness wasn't. I love when we do get listeners and they'll be sort of piecing it together and they'll be like, "Oh, well, this episode he said that he didn't like that." Oh, and then it'll be
someone out there has got like a wall with like the red
pinboard
strings attached with a big picture of you in the middle.
Yeah, because
like quotes.
Upcoming guest Katrina has a degree in podcasting, and she said, "Don't be so vague with some of your references because people don't know who you're referring to." But I think that adds mystery. Continue, Will, with your more general favourite.
Lay all your love on me. What a scene! But that's what a scene.
I've got that in single minutes.
As have I. I've shot too early, but the best part about that, I love the flippers. The flippers are great. The choreography along the pier.
Over the first half.
Oh no, Tom, that's great. But the flippers are great.
Yeah, okay, the flippers are good.
Flipper choreography.
I like when they're like, "Just do your own choreography," and they're just like, no synchronicity.
I like there's 4 of them doing like the Swan Lake like crossover arms and like doing something with their feet.
Yeah.
Anytime Donna and the Dynamos appear, and I think it's now time to talk about that credit scene.
Now you're doing that now?
Am I? Oh, let's leave it. Let's save it.
Let's do it now. Why not?
Let's do it now. Let's cut to it now.
Do you want another one? Do you want another one?
Who knew that single minute was after the film had ended?
Yeah.
Me and my sister, it's like that awkward thing of when you realise you're too old for Dora the Explorer when you stop responding to her. And it's that dead silence of...
I've always been too old for Dora the Explorer.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't watching it yesterday, Becky. I was just like... but like, that thing of... She's like, "Do you want to see my map?" And nobody responds.
Have you seen? Oh, there's great videos on YouTube
like. Oh, sorry, go on.
of people doing like an adult version of Dora the Explorer where it's like Dora grown up or something, and she like invites a guy.
I think
around
I've
or
seen
something,
those
and then she
videos
goes,
too.
"Should I sleep with this guy?" And then there's like an awkward pause. And there's like various other ones where they like play on the fact that it's like the awkward pause.
Yeah. And that is the experience that you get nowadays, not watching Mamma Mia in a cinema, and you have to sit there whilst Meryl drunkenly berates you. "Do you want another one? Do you want another one? Do you want another one? Let's rev it up." Who says that? Let's rev it up. And then they're all pissed. But Amanda comes out looking great again. What's the best Amanda look in this film?
I mean, I've just mentioned it.
Yeah, it's the swimsuit. Yeah, it's the swimsuit.
Can we have a best guy look as well, just to be equal about this?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
It's in the yacht. No, in the yacht with his apron.
With his apron, yeah. Extra ham.
I like Sky throughout this film. I think I've said this before.
I think he was
to have a massive crush on him.
He was a pretty big crush for lots of people, wasn't he? I've heard this a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I literally, honestly, for like 5 years after watching this film, I was like, "Oh, he's so attractive."
And then did you watch
I
the
quite like his
Devil's
outfits
Double?
throughout as well. This was Lovey.
Yeah. Of the 3 suitors, Becky, well, I don't think this has ever come up, whether you like old men or not, but of the 3 suitors, of the 3 dads, who would you be happiest for with?
Right. It's been twisted, right?
No, not the young ones.
No,
the old ones.
No.
We're not talking about the sequel anymore.
We forget about the sequel.
It's done.
Okay, so I liked Sam to begin with, but I feel like he gets too aggressive, as you kind of covered.
Verbally
he's
abusive.
a bit too pushy. Harry I like, but obviously like you find out he's gay at the end. so
She's
it's
choosing
kind of-
Stellan Skarsgård.
She's choosing Martin Vanger from Girl with the Dragon
I wouldn't
Tattoo.
say I have a favourite. It depends. Do you mean like who I would want to be my husband or who I'd want to be my dad? Because I think there's a difference there as well.
Yes, of course there's a difference
Am
there.
I Meryl or am I Amanda?
Let's go for Meryl.
If I was Meryl, I can understand why like she goes for Sam in the end.
Well, she doesn't have a choice. He publicly shames her into marrying him. Why was to win, Sheridan?
Whether it's the most healthy relationship is questionable.
It don't matter, she's dead in a few years. So when you're near me, darling, can't you hear me? SOS. Very sad part.
Am I really dark on your screen? By the
Yes,
way?
what's
I
happened?
look like, I don't know if the lighting's just gone. I'm going to get a light.
Okay. In the meantime, I don't know what is in the meantime. What's next?
I'll talk about a few of my more favourite.
Yes, continue.
General favourite. I love the whole money dream montage is excellent on the boat. But also when they're in the fish shop, I don't know what it is, like a kitchen, and you've got everyone turning around going, "Ain't it bad?"
Oh yeah.
And yet there's one particular extra who just goes through it.
Oh yeah. These
She's
are the same
brilliant.
people in SOS who are like,
Yeah.
Can't you hear it? SOS, come on. Whoa. Any others?
A shout out just for the shoddy maintenance work of the buildings. As a fan of buildings myself.
Say in the film, the shoddy editing, the shoddy directing,
the
shoddy ADR. Why did I wear stilettos? Don't see a face. I wonder why. Sounds completely different.
Our Last Summer. Love that scene.
Yeah.
Love
the
it.
flower
And
of power.
And that's a nice one.
Do you like that? Because the famous stipulation when they sold the songs for the original West End show was they can't change any of the lyrics. And sometimes that works very well. And then sometimes you have to make terrible jokes like, a football fan? Never. You don't have to finish the song. You don't have to. And I think they lifted that for Mamma Mia too, didn't they? Because they changed one in When I Kissed the Teacher. My ex was very annoyed about, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, what a mad day! But what is it originally? I can't remember. Anyway, we're not talking about the sequel. Yes, it was her favourite film, so she might. So that's why she keeps popping up. Any other favourite parts, Phil?
We'll save the rest for best single minute.
Okay, Oscar travesty. Don't know about that this week.
No.
Will's favourite building / set. Do you like Villa Donna?
Well, let's yeah. It's I appreciate that the whole sort of town, because it was all built from scratch indoors. Was it pine wood? It looks like pine wood.
Probably.
Yeah, it's all pine wood, isn't it? But no, they built like a massive proportion of the town in like a big indoor space. So anytime it's like in the town, that's but when it's like you've got your ocean shots or it's on the beach, they're on location in Crete.
My mum has made it very plain to my sister that she will be getting married abroad, and that it will be like this. She and Isabel, as sort of my sister, loves that idea. That has sort of been ingrained.
I would love to get married somewhere really warm and sunny, but I just feel like it's too expensive to fly everyone out there or expect everybody to pay to fly out there.
Well, that's the thing, is that you've got to
pay for people.
You've got to do like 20 people, And
You either have a small wedding abroad or like a
Yeah.
bigger wedding
Small
at home.
wedding.
And I think
Well,
I'd
no,
rather
you-
have like all my
In
family
a
and
Best
friends.
Western.
But you do both, don't you? You do the small wedding abroad with family and close friends, and then you come back and have the big party. That's what people do, don't they?
I think I'd rather just have one all at home where like everyone can be there
Yeah.
rather than having select people to come.
Weddings are the best thing.
I remember my GCSE drama teacher, she went to the island where it was filmed and she ran up the stairs doing Winner Takes It All.
Oh.
It's a fun fact.
Best soundtrack title. I'm going to do one of my big questions now. What's the best musical number in this film? It's Does Your
There's
Mother
so
Know?
many.
It's
Does
Does
Your
Your
Mother
Mama Know?
What's the second best musical number in this film?
Okay, I have lots of favorites, but I've got a few. So like when I first watched this film, Lay All Your Love on Me and Gimme Gimme Gimme, I think stuck with me, and they became like my favorites around the time that I first watched it.
Yeah.
I obviously really like Does Your Mother Know, but my current favorites I would say are Our Last Summer. I think that's an underrated one. And I know it's not technically in the movie, but it's at the end. Thank You for the Music. I just love that.
I love Thank You for the Music.
It's a great
Thank
song.
You for the Music's my favourite ABBA song.
Yeah, I'm fed up of people not liking Thank You for the Music.
It was my like sixth form leaving song. Like all of the music scholars got together and we like changed the words slightly to make it like choir. Like thank you to the music.
You're not allowed to change the
You're
word.
not allowed. Thank you for the staff. The songs they're singing. You just did that. Just did. Thank you for the staff.
It was
Thank you
great.
for the music's great, but it's using the credits. That's fine because they're thanking. But it's. I'm not a fan of Amanda Seyfried's singing voice. I'm gonna say it now.
I like her particularly in that song.
Don't
I
like
feel
it.
like it.
It's
That song.
got an
quite
air.
like floaty and light.
No, it's got an air of Ellie Goulding and
No, it does not. If it
Strangled
had a-
Goat.
Do you think I would even? No, it's not that at all. Will.
It is. Have you?
It's light and it's softer.
Sorry.
I like that. It's like the La La Land effect. It sort of works
Who's
with the
the
song.
second worst
No, I
singer in
think-
Les Mis?
Eddie Redmayne. Can't stick him.
Oh no, that's just because he doesn't go for it. He just sings in his
Yeah,
high
he's
voice.
bad. He's the second worst singer in Les Mis. There's your answer solved. No, it's Gav Roche, and that's just because of the part. I hate that.
I love Gavroche.
Later in reading, and then he does. There are giants in the sky.
Oh, that's terrible as well. No, I love Amanda Seyfried in this film. I love Amanda Seyfried in most everything. I think she's marvelous.
I think she's great in this.
In the third season of Twin Peaks.
Don't like her singing.
She's wonderful in
Ted too.
Ted too. Hey, I'm cool. I smoke weed. Whoa. Hey, this chick's great. She smokes weed. Is it? Oh, there's a question. Is it a downgrade between Ted's from Mila Kunis to Amanda Seyfried?
I haven't seen either.
No, I just mean in general.
Ted.
I mean, like, because the first love interest is Mila Kunis, and then it's
Well, you
Amanda
think it's-
Seyfried. Is that
Amanda
a downgrade
Seyfried-
or an upgrade? Agreed.
Amanda Seyfried
I
and
think they're
well,
both
the
very pretty women.
characters have
Very
more
lovely.
chemistry. in
Oh
the
yeah,
second
no,
film.
they're definitely. But it's not a best of the worst situation.
No.
You know, I'll give you that. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably say Amanda Seyfried.
I love them both as actors and
Mm.
in most things they're in. So
Mila Kunis in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Excellent. Love Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
And Friends with Benefits.
Less so.
I like Friends Benefits.
Too many jokes, too little time.
My second
Best
favourite
single- oh, go
song
on.
of the film is Money, Money, Money.
Yeah. I probably have to go SOS. It's
When you're gone.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? Like, does my love of the song Winner Takes It All, my comedy love of Meryl's performance in it, combine into it actually being one of my favourites in the film? Or is that two separate factors?
The winner takes it.
That was very
So
Swedish. That was like Swedish Chef.
Thank you.
Hurdy-gurdy.
I was just quoting. Well, it's the trip did it, didn't they?
They did.
That's a great scene.
Well,
that's one of the best scenes of the trip.
We will get to this. I do have this in. I ran out of space in questions, so it's in.
Oh, great!
It's in notes.
I love the trip.
Best single minute. I've got SOS. Winner Takes It All. Opening montage. I really like. Not. I Had a Dream. Not. Even if you fail. Sam Carmichael, Harry Bright, Bill Anderson, Leo, You're Loving Me, and then slipping through my fingers all the
that's
time.
mine. That is my favourite minute. So I feel like a lot of my favourite minutes are actually just like favourite 3-minute songs.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it, with this sort of category? Like, we're always loose with single minute.
I've got moments like the kind of big things where they get all the like groups of people together. So like at the end of Dancing Queen, they had all the women together, and like that kind of parade thing. I really like that.
But terrible choreography. Could they not give them something better to do?
Yes. There's a pause in like when no one's singing, and they do something weird with their arms, and I'm like, why? But then also like the flipper guys in Lay All Your Love on Me. I quite enjoyed that. But yeah, no, my favourite are, well, my top favourite is definitely Slipping Through My Fingers, sorry. And Take
Whose? Yes, no, it's very upsetting. Will you give me away? It's just an all of your makeup and you're gonna cry. Sort that out. Best single minute.
Oh, it's Lay All Your Love is great. That's a great minute. The credits, that's a equally amazing.
Yeah, that is good
minute. Maybe I quite like the introduction of Tanya, and that's the night when they're on the boat and and she's running up the pier. That's good.
I quite like how when they're on the pier, they like rotate round. I don't know if it's something that the directors like asked them to do, but they literally like all three of them move around in a little circle as they're like talking, so you kind of get a little shot of everyone. And it's not the camera moving around, it's the people. I thought that was interesting. Sorry.
Yeah. Nice. It's all right. Okay, best line. Here we go.
There's only one.
I mean, there is only one. We'll build up to it.
Yeah.
Build up to it. Like the film does in its tension. I haven't slept with hundreds of men. Oh, bloody hell, I've got heartburn. Why are you here? What are you doing here? I'm writing a travel piece. I'm here on a spontaneous holiday. Oh, I just dropped in to say hi. We danced on the beach and we kissed on the beach and dad. Does she wear it or floss with it? Floss, you. Couldn't think of anything better. Is it edible, Tanya? Now, baby, this should tickle your taste buds. Down, big fella. I'm old enough to be your mother. Grandmother. I'll save it. Whatever happened to our Donna, life and soul of the party, El Rock Chick Supremo? I grew up. Well, then grow back down again. Screw them if they can't take a joke. You can. We'll get to that as well. And then, obviously, the best line in the film. Ignoring Tanya, he's all pocking the trousers. Tanya just can't ignore the chemistry between us. Little boys who play with fire get their fingers burned.
Oh, it's writing at its best.
Yeah, maybe that's why I don't like Shakespeare, Will, because it's just I'm fed up with people saying that that's better than this. Becky, any other favourite lines?
I mentioned it earlier. I'll have a glass of that. I'll have a bucket. In regards to the Aphrodite's fountain thing, there's a point where is it Rosie? I think it's Rosie. No, Meryl Streep says, "I grew up," and Rosie says like, "Well, grow back down again" or something. And then the one in the wedding. What?
It just did it.
Oh,
Sorry, continue as you were at the wedding.
Sorry. And then the wedding, the typical you wait 20 years for a dad and then 3 come along at once. Because it's the analogy that like you wait ages for a guy to come along. Well, like the bus analogy.
Bus. Yeah. Yeah, you wait forever for a bus and then one runs you down. Well,
what would the father of the bride normally do? Hey, oh, my dad drew the line at my third. That's great. The classic, you couldn't have. I don't know which one it is. That's great. Oh, I like. Excuse me, coming through. When Julie's like, mother, we're the same age. Yeah, well, parts of us are. Right. Julie doing. It's very Greek. That's...
Yeah. Okay. Very Greek. And they're just laughing for no reason. Like gremlins. Continue.
I've got, oh, you must be Tanya. I've heard so much about you. All bad, I hope. Yes, and all true. And then, yeah, typical, isn't it? You wait 20 years for your dad and then 3 come along at once. That's a...
Oh. Before the next category, I'm going to have a brief wee.
Oh. Okay.
First time this has happened, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's these beers. They're going through me. I'll be back.
What are you having?
What?
What are you having?
Amstel. Okay. 3, 2, 1. As aforementioned, I didn't know where to put things. These are my what's to change. Sophie's Friends song just isn't as good as Donna and the Dynamos, and it's quite embarrassing. It's awkward. It's not good.
The whole thing about Sophie's Friends not really appearing much. They introduce them as if they're the equivalent of Tanya and Rosie, and then they're just kind of forgotten about halfway through the film.
Yeah, maybe because they're scarred by Sky.
Yeah. Do you want them in the film more?
No, but I feel like they could have picked like, I don't know, they could have given them better lines and they could have made it better.
That's one of my favourite bits.
The reason we don't want them is because they just wrote them out, essentially.
That's one of my favourite bits from the DVD extra, when Benny's getting very frustrated teaching, I don't know which one of them, Honey Honey, and she just keeps getting it wrong.
It's not good. Also, something I noticed this time, the one, Sky also has a trio, because obviously he has Pepper, but he has another guy who's Scottish. So was he supposed to be a love interest for Scottish woman? Because he has bagpipes and he speaks Scottish. Like, was that just another thing that got lost throughout the drafts? Don't know. Sam saying the phrase "my sentiments exactly" twice and not emphasising the second one as if it's a joke. Nothing there. A few weird Dutch angles. It's bad shots in this film. The lyrical choreography. The internet jokes. He's going to put me on the line.
Oh, which was reprised better in The Internship.
When they're drunk.
With Owen and Vince.
You're good friends.
I love them. But they execute that joke very well.
Sky's outburst. Oh, go on.
I was just going to say, in the online related jokes, when the 3 older women are like drunk and joking around, and I don't know if this is like an actual thing that kind of went wrong and they just like left it in, or whether it's like in the script, but Tanya says something, but the webs will. Sky's website will improve it, and she makes like some joke about it there, and it sounds like she's genuinely like just messed up and then continued on.
Christine Baranski, when she's a professional. Sky's outburst is never. It always comes out of the blue. Needlessly angry, and it's not as funny as Sam's outburst. So I don't. Did they just not realise that Colin Firth was wailing in slow motion, topless, during the beautiful final kiss of the film? Just not bother to get a shot of just Amanda Seyfried and Dominic Cooper. They needed to have in the background. Right, they're my changes. Will, any changes?
Slow motion, anytime it's used.
Anytime. This is also the thing, though. I simultaneously don't want any of these things to change, because if this film is better, I don't think it's as good. And I know that's a weird thing to say.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Anything else?
More Tanya and Rosie.
Well,
I know they're in it a lot, but get them in there.
That should have been the sequel.
Yeah.
Road Trip.
Yeah.
Mm.
Road Chick.
Oh.
No. I was trying to. What's the Alvin and the Chipmunks?
The Road Chip.
Oh, not.
The Road Chick. That's a different film. Well, I think you let slip about there. Becky, do you have any changes?
It was just the slow-mo water scene, basically. Like, there's a lot of things that aren't perfect about the film.
Really?
But I don't know if I'd change it, and I don't really know what I'd change it to. So
I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah, the slow-mo and probably the like Sophie's friends being either in it or not in it, rather than the halfway, whatever they left it as.
Yeah. Will's notes.
My notes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's left from my notes? In Dancing Queen, I love the bits of the rudeness, the cigar.
Oh, the great comedy of Christine Baranski and Julie Walters.
Yeah.
Night is young and the music's hey.
I love that. It's brilliant. And then the Elvis. Oh,
the Elvis.
I love Julie going down the banister.
That must hurt. I've always thought this.
Oof.
It must be on fire. Especially when it stops. Maybe it was a really smooth banister, but can't imagine it was pleasurable. Anything else, Will?
And that's left from my notes.
My notes. I would now like to read you the 1-star review from The Guardian by Peter Bradshaw. Get ready for this. I've been cheated by films since I don't know when. Ta-ta-ta-da, and then obviously he can't sing it, but he writes it out still. Ta-da-da-da-da, ta-da-da-da. This one's got one good point, it must come to an end. Ta-da-da-da, ta-da-da-da. Look at me now, will I ever learn? I don't know who thought Pierce Brosnan could sing in it. How on earth could it not be shit? One more smirk and then I knew it would bomb. One more scene and I'd great need to vom. Mamma Mia, they go again, bringing us a movie based with calculation. Yes, and then I suddenly gasped, oh my God, was Colin Firth's character supposed to be gay? Yeah, there's something.
It is sort of thrown in at the end, I feel like it.
No, because you've got the bit where he confesses it to Stalin, but you're not supposed to guess it there, but it's remarkably obvious. Yeah, it's rough. Also from Tom's notes, it's the same opening as Titanic. It's the exact same opening as Titanic with the water. This was a note from my sister. Is there only one post-boxing Greece? She has to get a boat?
Oh yeah. No, what? They're on an island, aren't they?
Yeah, I guess. Just an Amanda Seyfried appreciation note, specifically Our Last Summer, where she's wearing the swimsuit, but then she's also got a shirt. That's good. Do we remember the name of Julie Walters' cookbook?
Anyone can cook.
No. The Whole Woman Cookbook. Couldn't even think of a better thing.
Oh, I forgot. One of them draws, don't they?
This is coming up.
Hey.
I've got this now. Well, no, I've got it in a minute. What's the most awkward transition into a song?
Come on, Donna. It's only the rest of your life.
Ooh.
Where are those happy days? This seems so hard to find.
I like.
And it's great.
Where are those happy days? They seem so hard to find.
That's bad. I think Dancing Queen.
Dancing Queen gets me every time. It's hilarious. Screw them if they can't take a joke. You can.
I grew up.
Well, then grow back down again.
Screw them if they can't take a joke.
Dance. It's terrible. Other
I
nominations.
Like at the wedding when he like points to the little brass band.
Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom.
Donna, you know.
That's great. Winner takes it. I don't think there's a single smooth transition. Winner takes it all. Please, Donna, I don't want to talk.
This now. I can't hear this now.
Donna, listen to me. This is about us.
I don't want to talk.
If it makes you feel bad.
I think that one's quite good. I like.
Have we talked about the insane performance of Meryl Streep in Winner Takes It All yet?
Oh, stunning.
Yeah.
Seeing as though we are doing Meryl Mania.
Actually.
Singing wise, well, we forget about that, but she's a phenomenal actor, and I think she's great doing her emotional big.
No, I don't think either are good. Right. Singing, there's the really bad part where she goes, but you see, the winner. You know?
If it makes you feel bad, seeing me so tense, no self-confidence, but you see, the winner takes it all.
And then what on earth is she doing with her hands? I've played all my cards. Their minds as cold as ice. Someone way down here.
I love it. I love the melodrama.
Spectators on the show, always staying low. And then when she, doing it.
It's great. I love it.
Oh, I guess. Anybody would break their back at Meryl's age when she falls in at the end of Mamma Mia onto the bloat bed. That woman is crippled.
She leaves her legs up as well.
Yeah. You always know how to make an entrance. Yeah. Sophie is a terrible drawer. I mean, no, she's not terrible. She's not good enough to go to an art school, like Sam said. These are really good. You should go to a school.
Oh, but he's trying to impress her because he's trying to.
No, I think people are missing the point of this because this is something from my notes that the whole film, if you look at it as like a theme, is it's kind of like La La Land in the sense it's like choosing between love and it's kind of the story of how she's got so much pressure on her to like she's trying to like make everything perfect. She wants to find the dad. She wants to sort of make things right for her mum.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to stay and help her mum, but she also doesn't want to hold Sky back, who wants to go traveling. And she feels like she's kind of stuck with all these things, and she's never actually considered like, oh, what are my dreams? What do I want to do? And that's kind of hint, oh, you're really good at art. Like, maybe that's your dream. Maybe you should go follow your dream instead of like.
Then just
settling
get a
down.
real
She's only
painter to
20.
do some really good
There's
paintings.
a difference between art, between dreams and talent.
No. But this is like a film. I'm not saying that Amanda Seyfried needed to draw those pictures herself. You can hire professional artists to do a really good painting or a really good sketch for us at least go, oh no, she is really good, isn't she? Also, my sister gets annoyed at the end.
I thought it was pretty good.
It's okay. Also, why don't they just get married and then go on a big travel?
Because, well, first of all, she's 20, and the whole point is that she's doing it. She wants to do it because she is in love with Sky, but I think she also realizes that she is quite young and she does kind of want to go traveling and do other things.
But what's gonna change that if she's married? Just literally let the priest go through with it for 5 minutes.
Oh, I'm not sure this is sort of end goals. I'm not sure if this is the person I want to be with, kind of thing. Like, she still really loves him, but it's like, oh, is this too soon? And all the time he's like, oh, I want to go traveling, but I've stopped that for you. I just needed to go and do their early 20s and do, like, you know, follow their dreams, as I say, and then do that like later in life.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't think they should have got married at all. I feel like it was definitely the right decision that they didn't.
Yeah, but why at that moment? I know it's a film, and I know that it's obviously going to be that moment.
To decide
when you get
during
to that
the wedding.
Point, but when you get to that, when you get to that point, just get on with it. Anyway, the guy in Dancing Queen who goes, "Hey, it's the Dancing Queen." I love that. The comic relief, one of my favourite comic relief sketches of all time, is the Mamma Mia piss take with French and Saunders.
Yeah,
I adore it. It's, you know, even then people knew that this was just a big party. Great stuff. These are some terrible wedding outfits. Specifically, Tanya, what on earth is that hat? That is a bad hat. Amanda looks beautiful. I think Meryl looks okay. The men all have nice suits. When I say terrible wedding outfits, I think I'm just talking about Tanya's hat.
I think some people wear ridiculous hats to weddings. I think that's just like part of the... Why is it so dark again?
I don't know. It's
raining and it's like a storm outside.
All right.
Not going to help much.
I presume we'll pass over to Becky Corner now. Becky, do you want to illuminate us on the Dominic Cooper, Amanda Seyfried real life couple? I don't know the politics of it because they split up, didn't they?
I don't really know much about it.
I should have done my research. I thought you would have known.
I don't even feel like they have much there's a bit of chemistry on screen, but it's not like outrageous. So.
Oh no, it is one of those movies where you're like, oh no, they definitely like left the set and got to it. Certain movies you can just tell. Like True Romance, you're not surprised when you find out that they had an affair on set. You're just like, oh no, I completely get it. They left the set that day. Proof of Life with Meg Ryan and Russell Crowe, which we've talked about before. One of the famous, cuckoldings when Meg Ryan left Dennis Quaid for Russell Crowe for a hot 5 months, I think it was. And like you're watching some of those scenes and you're like, oh no, that night something happened. Is Winner Takes It All the saddest song ever written?
Is this where we get to the trip?
Yes.
Yeah. It is because of the way it was written.
I have a tie with Losing My Mind from Follies. I think the two most painful lyrics of all time are Losing My Mind, You Said You Loved Me, or Were You Just Being Kind, or Am I Losing My Mind? Is the most is the saddest lyric ever written. However,
I'd put Without You in there as Harry Nelson.
oh, do you know the true story behind that?
No.
They were gay, the guys who wrote it, and then one of them died of AIDS and the other killed himself.
Oh, that's very sad.
Yeah.
That makes it even sadder.
Yeah, I can't live if living is without you.
Oh, I can't forget the scene.
No, right,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
no. So, Losing My Mind, Winner Takes It All. I mean, I you know, we can, if I wanted to lower my integrity a little, and, you know, well, no, I didn't. I was in a conversation near the end of a relationship, and it was over message, and I said, now tell me, does he kiss like I used to kiss you? And it was, you know, kind of funny, kind of alleviated some of the tension. But then the lyrics went on, and then somewhere deep inside, you must know I miss you. This is the saddest song ever written. And also, as somebody who has now been in a winner takes it all situation of going to those, you know, and now I understand. You've come to shake my hand. I've been in one of those situations now. Those terrible terrible coffees. Tips for listeners: don't do them. They don't make anybody feel better. Don't do it. And yeah, no, just what a painful song. What a beautiful.
I have completely different saddest songs, but it's probably because of my taste in music.
Yeah, I guess, you know, I mean, you can obviously go for, you know, Please, Please Let Me Get What I Want by the Smiths, you know, incredible stuff. I Know It's Over is my personal sad song of, like, you know, because obviously lonely boy Tom, you know, who thinks, I wouldn't say so much of himself, but, you know, those lyrics cut you down of, you know, if you're so funny, why are you alone tonight? If you're so
my
handsome,
saddest song,
why are you alone tonight?
My saddest song is The Scientist.
Oh, Will! That's the one he wrote for Gwyneth when her dad died, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the one I listen to when I'm very sad.
My saddest songs are All Too Well by Taylor Swift, Perfectly Wrong by Shawn Mendes, beautiful song, also very sad. Already Gone by Sleeping at Last, and Maybe It Was Me by Sodi. If you don't know those songs, go and listen to them. Great song.
Nah, I think I'll just stick with the 3 songs I like, and then just. But you see, the winner takes it all. Right, okay. Next. Yeah, the Alan Partridge ABBA medley.
Yeah. Who does it better? Thank you for the music. Amanda Seyfried or Alan Partridge out of his depth.
But if I tell a joke, you've probably heard it before.
I don't believe that.
No, you probably have.
But I have a talent, a wonderful thing.
'Cause everyone listens when I start to sing.
I'm so grateful and proud. All I want is to sing it out loud.
What's the best part of that, though? The best part of that medley is...
It's Thank You for the Music.
No, it's when he jumps off the chair and he goes, take a chance, take a chance, take a chance, take a chance, take a chance.
That's great. And then he slips up on text. I like the bit where he...
Take a chance, chance, take a 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 chance, chance, take a chance, take a chance, chance, take a chance, take a chance, take a chance.
He misplaces his hand as well, and he realizes. But no, the best bit is Thank You for the Music when it just gets too high for him and he has to drop the octave.
And he does the same thing in is it the Kate Bush medley? Where he's like the Kate Bush medley. What's the best Alan Partridge medley? Is it the Queen medley? Is it the Kate Bush medley? Or is it the ABBA medley?
It's the ABBA medley.
I'm a big fan of the Kate Bush medley.
Well, when he's in the lift.
When you've got friends. Do. Have you watched any Alan Partridge yet, Becky?
I'm not a fan of Alan Partridge.
Yeah, I've lots.
It's that humour that I don't really get.
I hated you, Alan.
Yeah, it's I guess it's an acquired taste. I mean, everything's an acquired taste.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste, but it's also one of the greatest things. Yeah.
Yeah, it is very good. Sorry, Becky's notes corner.
Yes. I asked because I have a few random things that didn't fit
Okay.
in. So things that have kind of already been mentioned, the ... just the beautiful location, like some of those wide shots of the landscape is stunning. Something I noticed was there's a Swedish flag on the back of Bill's boat, which I thought was a nice little touch. Don't know whether that's a kind of hint at ABBA.
Well, no, it's because Bill Anderson's
Stellan-
Swedish.
Stellan.
Stellan Skarsgård
Yeah.
is a Swedish
Oh.
character.
Apologies.
Stellan Skarsgård.
He's a character.
Bill's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's why he's called Bill Anderson. Because in the
English.
stage show, he's Australian, or is he American? He's either Australian or American, and it's like Harry Anderson. And then they changed it because they wanted Stellan Skarsgård to Bill Anderson. Yeah.
Well, I
banger.
liked the touch of the flag. And then I've talked before about like the vicar at the wedding and the random shots on his face. Her wedding dress is stunning, and just
incredible.
the hair, the like stuff she has in her hair, the little like flowers and the dress.
What a woman! What a woman!
And the fact she gets like a donkey up to the church. I love that whole thing.
And then on the wedding night, she gets another donkey. Ooh.
And then I've talked about the whole like dreams versus love thing, and I think that's an interesting take on it.
I know, because she gets both, doesn't she? It's not La La Land because she gets both. They're not married, but she gets both. Sorry, continue.
My final points were just, if you were one of the guys, which guy would you be?
Harry.
You're a Harry, aren't you?
I could see you as the Harry.
Who am I? I guess I'm Sam-like. I get quite angry at points, but I'm also not an adulterer. I don't I don't think this question works for me. I don't think I'm actually like any of them.
Saying that, Sam is an architect.
Yep.
Oh no, you're Sam.
Oh.
Yeah. Knowing you.
Aha.
Which guy do you think is the dad?
Well, we'll
Wait,
get to this. We'll get to this in fun facts because I have an answer.
Oh.
I'll give you the opportunity to not find out, but I presume you all want to find out. It's not based on a book, apparently, but it does have its roots in Greek tragedy. Let's get these fun facts. I don't want to talk. Pierce Brosnan had no idea that the project was about when he signed on. The producers told him it was being filmed in Greece and that Meryl Streep was in it. Brosnan said he would have signed on for anything involving Streep, describing her as that gorgeous blonde I fancied terribly in drama school.
Oh God.
There you go.
The slipping through my fingers scene includes a short clip of Meryl Streep and Amanda Seyfried laughing. According to director Lydia Lloyd, the crew blasted heavy metal music to get the pair to laugh so much.
Quite like that.
Meryl Streep first saw the musical in October 2001 with her daughter Louisa and her daughter's friends in Manhattan. Streep wrote to the producers to praise them for bringing a little happiness and fun to the lives of New York City people following the 9/11 attacks. According to Meryl Streep, Dame Julie Walters injured herself while filming the Dancing Queen musical sequence by tripping over some rocks on a cobbled street, but soldiered on to finish the scene.
That's my Rita.
It's one of Colin Firth's favourite movies.
Oh, what, that he's been in?
I don't know. I really wish they'd specified. Did you know who was first offered the role of Tanya?
Oh, I don't know.
Cher.
Of course it's
I
Cher.
did know this. I
Yes,
did know this.
But
Yeah.
she declined due to concert commitments, and she later played the grandmother. Donny Osmond was considered for the role of Sam Carmichael. I don't know about that.
Close every
door
door to me.
No, like saying who they were supposed to be. But in November 2004, the first announcement of a movie adaptation was made. At that time, Nicole Kidman, who I presume would have been Donna / Tanya, Keira Knightley, who I presume would have been Sophie, and Antonio Banderas were rumored for roles. Who would he have played though?
Sam.
A Spanish Sam.
Yeah. Oh,
I could get.
I love Antonio Banderas.
Who doesn't? What a great guy. And the money kept rolling in from every side.
Oh, what a circus!
What a show! Argentina has gone to town over the death of an actress, Coleva Perón. Do you know what voulez-vous means in French?
I did, because I looked this up after
Yeah.
this thing, and I did French, and I should know it. Yeah.
Do you want? Do
I was
you
thinking what you
want?
want, but yeah, do you want?
Here we go. While the movie heavily implies but never explicitly reveals who Sophie's real father is, there is a semi-official answer. According to screenwriter Katherine Johnson and director Lydia Lloyd, Sophie's real father is
Sam.
Bill Anderson.
I thought that. Yes, go Bill.
A Swede. Bill's character was Australian in the original stage production, but in this movie is a Swede, played by Stellan Skarsgård, meaning Sophie has her roots in Sweden, just like ABBA. It's very clever, isn't it? It's very clever. Tom's big question, here we go. We've done best song. What's the best performance in this film?
It's either
Christine Baranski or Christine Baranski.
Christine Baranski wins it, closely followed by Judy.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, Becky.
I'd agree.
Good.
Sorry.
Would you read your mum's sex diary?
No.
No. I've always found it weird. Even if it's just ... Not.
And then would you show it to your friends?
Ah, look. On July 4th, 1976, my mum got railed in this Spanish villa. No, not good. What's the best Baranski? Is it this? Is it Adam's Family Values? Is it Grinch? Is it The Birdcage? It's this.
It's this. She's great in The Grinch. She's great in
The Grinch. She's great in Adam's Family Values. She's great in The Birdcage. Great stuff. Synopsis of a sequel. I don't think they ever should make a sequel to this movie. Do you? There was talks about it, but I'm happy that there isn't a sequel.
I wish there hadn't been a sequel.
What do you mean? Closing line Hall of Fame. Let's rev it up. Wow. Becky, any final thoughts on 2008's Mamma Mia?
I think, as I said right at the start, it's just a nice feel-good film. It's definitely better than the sequel. But it's not like an outstanding film. It's just a fun one. Fun one that everyone kind of likes.
Very enjoyable. At most parties, people just put the shit music on, you know, rap shit and techno and all that shit. And it's like, what's on doing? What's on doing? And then I'll sneak in, Does Your Mother Know, Christine Baranski, and they love it. They go crazy. And then what does that spark? The whole soundtrack going on.
Yeah.
People love Mamma Mia. They love ABBA. It's great stuff. Will?
I have a question. So you guys have seen the stage show?
Yes.
It looks bad. It looks very bad.
No, it's very
Is
fun.
it good?
It's very fun.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like the film. It's not like an outstanding one, but it is fun. And I have a feeling they did like sing-along versions as well. And it's
Probably.
more kind of audience involved because they know everybody knows the music and loves the music. So yeah,
You need,
just a bit of fun.
yeah. I mean, it's
You need to
typical
be drunk and in
yeah.
the company of lots of middle-aged women.
Saturday night. Best way to see it is Saturday night at Leeds Grand. Piss before, nice Italian meal before, and then a night out after.
That does sound like a great
That's
night.
the optimal way to watch Greece,
needs to be
and it's
at
the
Leeds
optimal
Grand.
way. Yeah, it needs, Leeds. That should be. Never mind the Novello Theatre. It needs to stay at Leeds Grand. Sack off London. Okay.
So you get a good reaction when you get that on. What's the reaction when you suddenly turn off the rap and techno and you put "I Saw Her Standing There" on? Because I know you like to do that a lot.
I love I
Which-
Saw Her Standing There.
Oh, it's my second favourite Beatles song.
I Saw Her Standing There's a rough. You need a jive partner for I Saw Her Standing There.
You do.
So I haven't been playing it a lot recently.
You need this lady here.
Uma Thurman.
Yeah.
They don't do it. That it's You Never Can Tell.
Yeah.
Different song.
Is it? They do a jive. No, I'm saying she jives in the movie with. Jonathan
Yeah, well,
Walton.
no, it's the no. She twists in the
It's a
movie.
twist,
It's
it's
the
a
Jack
twist,
Rabbit
yeah.
Slim's twist contest. Yeah, no, no, it's hard to dance to. I Saw Her Standing There Alone.
It's easier to dance to Eleanor Rigby alone.
As I do most nights. That's my rotation. Oh no, that's in there for saddest songs ever.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Do 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 do. Yeah, I just listened to Eleanor Rigby, The Winner Takes It All, Losing My Mind. It's a real rough ride. Go on, Will. Now it's your job to end it on not such a miserable note. Oh, let's thank our guest.
Thank you, Becky.
That didn't sound sincere at all, but
Thank you,
for having me on.
Becky.
Thank you, everybody.
Hello,
Thank you,
Mrs.
Mr.
Muggeridge. Good afternoon,
Good
Mr.
morning.
Leggetter.
Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Thank you, Becky. I'll do.
Well, thank you for having me on. It's been
You've
fun
got
as
it.
always.
It's done.
Oh, it's still recording.
Is it?
Yeah,
I need to be firmer with my finger.
you do.
Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
I'm pressing it. This is right. This is driving me mad.
Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Right, here we go. Bang.
Bang, bang, bang.
Just do it on purpose. Here we go. Here we go. 3, 2.
Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Da-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.